Okay. Trade market. Oh, yeah, okay. I kind of want to go over toward the Maiden Tower, but I feel like that's not a good idea. This is also a level 40 area, just like down in the sock. So I do need to be a little bit careful. My goal is to see how I fare up here instead of down in the sock. This is more unfamiliar to me than the sock was. The XP's not bad, and that guy's melee. What is this clay doing here? It's actually not bad XP, just killing the horses. They're actually pretty good XP. Yeah, if I keep going north, how rough is it gonna get? And there's Star Thief. I don't know how rough of a quest that is. It's a level 42 quest, medium, but it gives a bunch of XP. You have to fight, and I don't remember if they were ranged or if they, like, actually did much of anything. Okay, yeah, those guys are ranged. They didn't do much damage, but they do hurt. Okay, now we're over here by the level 50 area. Water Bearer. I assume that he's ranged. No, it doesn't seem ranged. Let's not for the time being. Rotten log I know is not good. Okay, so far we're doing decent. I want to head over this way. I don't think that there's anywhere over here where I can get spruce. cave. Let's go see what this little village is all about. Okay, those guys shoot really fast, but they're pretty weak. Still decently strong, but like natural nitrates, sprint regen, alchemy only. And here we are in a small town. Item identifier. Identify these two items. And then there's a blacksmith just over here. Oh, okay. Light forest level 70. Okay, yeah, we don't want to go over here. I got to check out this area. But yeah. Let's go see about this gathering hops mini quest. Because so far, all the hops seem to be up here. Gather Hops 2 is also up here. Iron Road. Lots of goblins. Gold nugget for loot bonus for jewelry. Kinda ass. A warg. Okay, so there's hops all around here. gather iron 1's not up here. It's like gather iron 2 that's up here, right? Wait, no, gather iron 2 is down in the sock. Gather iron 1 is in Ice Islands. That's what it was. You were kind of fucked for iron. This is the only place that I know of with hops, though. So basically, I need to gather my hops here, and then go all the way down to Nasak, to then gather wood and iron. It's kind of ass. And fish. The only reason to come up here is the fucking hops. That's kind of ass. Defense for the cost of strength? No thanks. This is level 45. I want to see if I can do it. Strength for the cost of defense. I mean, as long as it's all melee guys, I should be fine, right? They are pretty fast. Oh yeah, I remember this. Because I was confused by this room when I did it on the shaman. Because it was really fucking stupid. Okay, we're gonna go back to the main city now. One, because I need to fucking deal with these powders. They're aggravating, to say the least. And two, I want to check the quarry to see if there's iron in it. Bum, bum, ba-da-dun, da-da-dun. Okay, where is Powder Man? Powder Man over there. Got it. Of course. I should have saved the Thunder Powder and used... I'm gonna throw out the tier 1s. The tier 1s don't matter much. Okay. If I can do, like, any of the quests up here, it'll be really good for leveling. Item identifier is... Oh, item identifier is down there. God, I've got to learn this fucking city layout. Marble, faces above a mess, decoder, melody, willpower, brook, keeper, and holy greed. And then we repair our gear, which we don't have enough scrap to do immediately. Okay, well that's just taught me that I need to always have full fucking scrap. Karak Quarry. I believe that you can get to the quarry through here, if I remember right. But there is a way to do it, but I don't remember how. Loading zone. Is this it? I don't fucking know. I'm just gonna go the normal way. By fucking walking to it. The goal is level 49, and then we're grinding materials for new gear again. Ow. Okay, I was planning on just taking the side of the city until I got to the quarry, but these goblins are fucking ferocious and very annoying. Yeah, we just took our next right. I'm curious if I'll ever be able to put 4 powders on a single weapon. Because if I can, then that'd be nice to have multiple effects from powders. We're at the quarry. Turncoat is a little annoying. He got fucking obliterated. He came from down here. What's down here? Well, do they have a chance of turning into turncoats if you hit them? Is that what it is? Or whatever, it don't matter. I know that there's a quest down here, but I wanted to see if there's any ore to mine, but I don't think that there is. Yeah. I guess I'll just need to grind hops up here and then grind everything else down in a sock. I'm hoping that when we get to needing silver, that all the materials will be in the same region at least. Or at least more than one. Oh, you want orc eyes for that quest. Ah, I didn't know that I needed those for the quest. I think I'd be done by now with the quest if I had known. What is this? Runner's bandages. Sprint regen. Orc teeth are kind of bad. I think the goal is get the eyes. And with the 16 eyes, turn that quest in, and that should hit level 49 if I don't get it just off killing orcs. What's the reward? Sorry. It is 20,000 XP. That's definitely enough. No, it's not. It'd be just short. The XP from actually killing the orc should mitigate that. What, do you guys drop eyes as well? Yeah, you guys do. Okay. In World 23 if you want it. I don't need it at the moment, SO, but thank you for letting me know. I'll be going to do professions after I level up, though. Because we'll be grinding a new set of gear once I hit 49. What are these green scales? Earth damage and defense, but it gives you strength min. Don't really want those. But anyway, how are you, SO? doing good? I'm not. I'm not fucking wanting to grind out another set of gear. It's seeming like I'm needing to, as a craftsman, needing to grind out a new set of gear like every other day or every 2 days. And it's starting to get really frustrating and annoying. And then, on top of that, hops seem to only be up here in Levengar. Meanwhile, every other material for the current gear set that I have to build is down in either in a sock or the ice islands. Which just is kind of bad, because I gotta go all over the world, basically, for my gear. I've never been to the ice islands either, so I have no clue what the fuck they're like. They could be awful. I don't know where any save spots to grind any materials are for this level, because it's all basically new. Anyway, here's level 49. $20,000 XP. There we go. Nice amount of decks. Skill point loadouts. What? Was this button always here? Am I dumb? I don't remember this button being here yesterday. Yeah, there are hops 2s right next to where I was gonna farm. $60 hops will turn in both of these quests. which they would give me fuck all XP in either way, but it gets rid of something in my book, so I would be happy to. This is like actual wheat, but like it's not farmable. Why? Why does shit like that exist? There was not a single farmable thing in there. Oh my god, and these are carp. Wait, why is this house on fire? What's Blazing Retribution? Medium, hard. That's not. It says that it's hard, and it's a level 40 plus quest. Level 40 for hard. That sounds real dumb. We need string to make us a new bow. It's time for the grind of my life, I guess. Some tier 3 fucking bow parts. It would be nice if I had a tier 5 hoe. Maybe I can get one when I finish doing silver. Oh yeah, I forgot. Hold on. World 23. I like going to the hub. World 23 is probably full, basically full, isn't it? Yeah, 40 out of 40 players. And 2 players queued. That's not happening. If it didn't have that big ass queue and all that shit, it'd be fine, but ain't no way I'm getting in that world by the time the fucking boost ends. I keep fucking doing the wrong thing. I don't want mob totem pet. Deploy the chicken. Either way, I don't think it really matters because I'm gonna be here grinding hops probably for the next day, a day and a half, real time. That's just how it is. That's how long it takes to grind enough tier 3 materials to make a set of gear. It's really annoying. Plus I need to grind like at least 2 stacks of grain as well so that I can make better food to replace these. Well, this will also finish the daily, which is probably going to be jack shit. for a reward, because it's never a good reward, is it? I'm gonna hit level 106 and have maxed out all my fucking everything. And I'm gonna do my daily and get like a single ability fucking shard or whatever the fuck they're called. They are ability shards. So, I have a question. Is there anywhere to grind spruce other than the sock? Because I don't want to grind spruce in the sock. The sock has too many ranged enemies for my liking. Tier 3, another tier 2, some money, a single ability shard, and a bunch of garbage. It's actually not garbage, it could be I could use it for more scrap, but I don't care. I'm gonna be making shit out of this hops, so it'll be fine. Dun, 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 dun. There's some spruce around Sinforest. I assume that that's a high-level area, because I remember hearing the name. Sinforest is level 75. There's no fucking shot I'm getting there. That means that I'm gonna be stuck grinding like the same 3 spruce trees around the sock, so that I don't have to deal with the fucking ranged enemies. See, I was hoping that these trees right here were gonna be spruce trees, so that I could grind them in the swamp. But I don't think they are. Also, I assume the red skulls are like raids, right? Yeah, the red skulls I'm 100% willing to bet are either loot runs or raids. Yeah. That sounds scary to do solo. And it sounds like somewhere that you would actually die if you go in without knowing what they are or anything about them. I'm gonna bring up Wind Builder real quick, because I want to see how much I need. How much string do I need for a level... for a bow? Where the fuck's bow? There it is. For a bow at level 47 to 49. I need 6 hop string, 3 spruce wood. I assume all raids are like max level areas, level 106. Places that I wouldn't want to go in until then. But I could be wrong. Maybe some raids, maybe there's like a raid that you're supposed to do at level 90 or something. Kind of like how the dungeons are strewn about so that you're supposed to do them like every 10 to 20 levels. I mean, they're less spread out than that. The dungeons are fucking everywhere with your gathering tools locked behind them. Level 54. I can already gather rye. There's a raid at level 70, 80, 90, and 100. I won't be touching any of them till 105, 106. So, I do have one question. It might sound like a stupid question, though. So, when you die on hardcore, your hardcore symbol changes colors. Does it just straight up go from red to gray immediately upon your first death, or is it like a gradual thing? The more deaths you have, the lighter it gets. I assume that it's a instant thing. I'm gonna go turn in this mini quest, and then we're gonna come back and grind more. Yeah, I assume that its first death is a... I want to have my hardcore symbol stay red the entire fucking time. So... we ended up deleting... We're deleting characters as they die. And... very glad I haven't died yet. Haven't really cut it close on this character yet either. I had a few close calls on the Paladin. I think I might have had one or two on this character. But I've been a lot more careful this go. It would be really funny for me to take like whatever the weakest character is, the one with the least defense, to level 106 in hardcore Ultimate Ironman Craftsman without dying, and like completely maxing all of its crafting stats. That'd be funny. That also take like fucking 10 years. Well, it wouldn't take anywhere near that long if I actually was able to use all the bombs that go off. But I think that to use all the bombs basically constantly, you'd have to either spend a fuck ton of money or at least have like the highest rank, so that you can access the full servers, since they have dedicated slots that are open for the highest rank. Orc Zealot? Who the fuck are you? The fuck's the Orc Zealot? It seems like all the classes have basically the same stats for, like, survivability. Like, choosing a shaman or a archer with no subclass seemingly does fucking nothing for survivability. They basically have the same exact stats. It seems so. There's no difference until you actually get a subclass. That's what it seems like to me. So just dumping into defense could do a fucking lot. Why is there a goblin forager here? Anyway, I think I want to try and go to the ice island after I get the hops that I want here. Because I want to see how the iron and ice fish work over there. Because I know that it had, I believe, one of each of the mini quests for those. Hardcore is a fun challenge in basically any game. It's just an annoying thing in some other games. In an MMO, it's mostly annoying, especially if it's like Black Desert Online, where PvP is on at all times after level 50. And in old school RuneScape, playing hardcore is kind of annoying because you have to go into the wilderness, which just has PvP on. Those aren't fun. Playing hardcore in any kind of game that has PvP, in any specialized region, or after a certain level, or with anything like that, is kind of really annoying. And it's really stressful in most MMOs. Fucking sucks. It could be worse. I could be playing Final Fantasy Online with a hardcore character. That would be infinitely fucking worse. First off, because I'd have to fucking pay to play the goddamn game, so that'd be bad already. And second off, it's like your bog standard fucking old MMO, where it's got the big ass raids, the big bosses that require fucking entire guilds to take out, and that telegraphs its moves, and you have to basically master the fucking movesets of every fucking boss and enemy to not die. If your tank and healer are not shit. So playing it as hardcore would be awful. Same for WoW and a few other MMOs. I don't know about ESO, Elder Scrolls Online. That one might be about the same. Not certain. I would like to try one of those games. A kind of game with like raids and bosses like in Final Fantasy Online. I'd love to try Final Fantasy Online, but I I don't want to support a game that you have to buy and then pay to play, because subscription-based systems on top of paying for the game is just bad in my opinion. But it's such a fucking tempting game to play as someone that's played fucking like I want to say like 99% of MMOs, but it's probably more realistic for me to say like 70% of free to play MMOs and like a handful of the paid ones. Black Desert's a paid one, doesn't have a subscription fee, but you do have to pay $10 to get in. And I played WoW. I think that's the only subscription-based paid MMO that I've ever played, and I didn't play it on my own account. See, Final Fantasy Online's only tempting because it's got a character creator, which you can pretty heavily customize. I don't think it's as good as Black Desert's is, but it's still pretty fucking good. And I hear that it plays really well, but paying for it fucking multiple times is stupid. I'd rather cut my own finger off. When I do get back to playing old school RuneScape in like a year or two, I'm gonna be like extraordinarily careful. It's gonna take me like a year of constant grind before I can get back into it, because I just need to have bonds set up. Because getting a bond requires me to set up for like at least half a week of constant grind. In fucking old school RuneScape, which sucks. There's no fast or easy way to grind the money when you're playing fucking Ultimate Ironman on hardcore. Meanwhile, if you were playing anything else, you could just hop on over into the wilderness, grab like 3 items, sell it, and then you have enough for a bond. Well, I've got enough to do over 2 stacks. No, we want to go to this blacksmith instead, because this blacksmith's just fucking far easier to get to in Busey, because I don't need to deal with the stupid layout. of the big city. Bum, bum, bum. There's a lot of MMOs out there. I need to play more different ones instead of like hard focusing on one at a time. Although, like, there's shit that I want to do in specific MMOs. Like, I want to finish 100% hardcore Ultimate Ironman in Old School RuneScape. I want to basically do the same thing here and in Hypixel Skyblock. Well, not hardcore in Hypixel Skyblock. I'm pretty sure that that's literally impossible. I do not think it is physically possible to not die while 100%ing the game in Hypixel Skyblock. It's not literally impossible, but it's humanly impossible. I wanted to get every floof in Warframe as well. And I wanted to get every sword in Destiny 2. There's so much bullshit that I wanted to do in all these different MMOs. Meanwhile, I think the actual enjoyment of playing MMOs the way that I do is, one, being able to see what kind of story the MMO has chosen to build. Because damn near every MMO has a story of some kind, even if it's very muted and thrown on the back burner compared to everything else. Every MMO has a story. Black Desert Online's story is you are a person who sold your memories to the Black Spirit to be able to wield its power, but you're also like the descendant of an ancient king that can control all black spirits, and because of that, you can control all ancient machines, making you the single most powerful entity in existence, and you have to stop Hadum and Alezra from destroying the universe. That's Black Desert's story in a nutshell. Alezra's fucking way more minor than Hadum, but they're basically the same thing. One's a human, the other is an ancient god, but their goal's basically the same. They're both up to no good and you have to stop them. They're the same fucking thing with different backstories. Meanwhile, I don't remember the exact details of WoW's story, but isn't it like the Alliance is fighting the Horde, but then like you have Deathwing doing some bullshit? It's been fucking like 20 years since I last looked at fucking WoW. And somehow pandas come out of there somewhere. The whole thing's a fucking mess. I could do like a multi-hour documentary about Black Desert Online's story. I got way too fucking into Black Desert. They changed it so many fucking times though. There's double profession speed on World 9. Okay. Black Desert Online, World 9? There is space. Thank you. Anyway, I'm gonna keep talking about the stupid story of fucking Black Desert. Because it is the stupidest thing ever. Because every story is basically just a reskin of the same old story, just with different characters and places. But it all boils down to the same thing. You are either big bad or big good, and you're there to stop big good or big bad from doing X thing by doing this thing to either kill or stop them. And that's the whole story. That's the fucking gist of every fucking superhero anything, as well as every MMO and most RPGs. But here's the thing. Games gotta make it so that you're not, like, the most overpowered thing in existence. Even though, like, that's the entire fucking concept of the character you're playing. So you go from being literally the most powerful thing in existence in Black Desert Online to almost dying to an old man in the new region the day it comes out. True thing. You literally have the power to fucking cease the universe existing, and you get fucking almost killed by an old man. In fucking what is the equivalent of Korea. It's real stupid. What's the story of this so far? The story of this, I understand the story, I don't understand the timeline of this. The timeline of Wynncraft makes no fucking sense to me. All I know so far is there's a portal, from the portal comes Bak'al, and then Bak'al starts fucking shit up. And then like 800, almost 900 years later, Bob stops Bak'al. And like another like 50 years later, here we are. But somehow, some way, Bak'al was decimating small village houses just next to Ragni 400 years before he broke through the fucking watchtowers to get close enough to Ragni to do so. So it makes no sense. Like, how is he both there 400 years prior, but also needs to spend 400 years gathering forces to take down the watchtowers to get close enough to Ragni to then fight off with Bob? And Deathless is way more guarded than Ragni was, so how the fuck was old Deathless completely decimated before he went for the watchtowers? He didn't have enough fucking army to get through the fucking watchtowers to go to Ragni. How the fuck did he get through Deathless? It makes no sense. I'm just, it's so confusing. I believe it was 889 when he broke through the closest watchtower to Ragni in the Nilfgaard Forest. And I think it was 921 when he fought off with Bob in front of Ragni and got his shit pushed in. It makes no sense. I want to make a video at some point on the story of Black Desert Online, but I can't decide on if I want to do a story of like the gist of like the main story of Black Desert Online, or if I want to do like a in-depth 10-hour documentary about like the entire story, which would include like the story of like all the regions, which would be kind of stupid. I'd probably have to split it up into different regions then, which would be really stupid. And I'd have to learn how to edit. Well, if I learn how to edit, I can upload my birthday VOD from 2022. Yeah, I could split it up into multiple multi-hour-long videos of the story of Palanos by Esso. I could split it up into Balanos, and then I could have Sardinia, and then Calpheon, and then I could have Medaya and Camasilvia, and Valencia, and then I could have Duvenkroon, Adelita, and throw in fucking Land of the Morning Light, which just Korea. It's literally Korea. And then I could have one about the new area, which I need to play the game again for me to learn that story, because the story didn't exist when the area first came out, which is stupid. And then I could have one about the overall story, and then one about like your character Alezra and Hadum, basically the 3 main characters, which I guess I would have to necessarily include the secret guards as well as a group. Yeah, everything's kind of fucked. I'm gonna have to write a script for that video, for whatever the fuck I plan to do. Most of the lore in Black Desert Online is all in Valencia. It's all in Valencia and Adelita. That's it. There's no lore to speak of in Calpheon. There's no pertinent lore to speak of in Sardinia or Balanos. Oh, I completely forgot about the Mountain of Eternal Winter, too. That's a thing that exists, too. That's a region. But the story there is so minimal that it doesn't fucking matter. The profession speed's already gone. I'm sad. Throw another one. I doubt anyone watching a Wynncraft video or VOD cares about the intricacies of a completely different MMO. But I'm gonna spoil the story of both the Mountain of Eternal Winter and of the Land of the Morning Light. So, in the Mountain of Eternal Winter, the story goes like this. You lost your memory. By the way, this is the third time that happens. The third time in the fucking story. You lost your memory. You then get it back in, like, one quick cutscene. Immediately. That's it. You lost your memory. Oh, you got your memory back. 5 seconds. Real stupid already, right? And then, after you get your memory back, you take on a job to take a client up the Mountain of Eternal Winter. Well, not up the Mountain of Eternal Winter. Back to Elysian, which is the city in the Mountain of Eternal Winter. The one that governs basically the entire province, which is like a minor section of Wynncraft. But it's like an autonomous area that gets help governing itself from Wynncraft, from Sardinia, and Calpheon. And then, like, it's also got visitors from Camisylvia and Valencia and Medaya as well. It's really weird of an area. Anyway, you help him get there. On your way there, you meet one of your old foes, the Prince of Sardinia. Which, there's a whole fucking thing about him, but it doesn't matter. He was fucking taken over by, like, an evil spirit guy back in Sardinia, like, fucking basically 3-4 years of game development ago. Right? And you fucking beat the shit out of the thing that's possessing him. Like, it doesn't leave him. Anyway, you join up with him, and you're still escorting this little fox man to Elysian. Once you keep going, he wants you to do some minor chores for some small settlements. So you do these minor chores. And after you do said minor chores, you learn that he is the prince of the region. So you then take him back. You learn from his father that the situation's pretty fucking dire in the area because the snow people, which are like big ass ogres and like small goblin orc things that are like yetis. I don't know how else to explain them. You learn that some of them have gone mad since they gave them the oak pill, which the oak pill is like a gesture of like peace between the tribes. But this oak pill was poisoned and it made them lose their fucking mind and attack anyone and everything. Anyway, you then find out who poisoned the oak pill. You then purify it, which doesn't help at all. Every one of them is still attacking constantly. Anyway, you then get back, and the king is dead. The prince ran off. You chase down the prince and get him to come the fuck back, and then make peace between those two. Oh, and you have to fucking chase someone up the mountain of Eternal Winter to the flame. By the way, this flame, like, devoured all the evil that was in the evil god Kazarka, like, a couple hundred years ago. Which it didn't, but it did. Who knows? And then Belmorn, the little evil douchebag that was taking over the prince's body, tells him to reach in and absorb all the fucking evil power of Kazarka that was within the flame. So he fucking knocks you the fuck out. He knocks out instantly the most powerful thing in existence. Reaches in the fucking fire and absorbs all the power. And then disappears. And then your character, for some reason, decides to hide that fact from the prince, now king. Self-promo, get banned, bitch. You should be, but that's against the rules. Anyway, that's the story of the Mountain of Eternal Winter. Directly after that is Atraxian, but no one gives a fuck about Atraxian because it's literally just filler. There is story to it, but, like, who gives a fuck? After Atraxian is Korea, the land of the morning light. I call it Korea, not Japan, because the devs are Korean. Like, it's a Korean studio that made it, I believe. So it's Korea. Anyway, in Korea, after you do Magnus, you meet the princess who's been stuck in the Magnus for 50 years. And she's not aged at all. You then help her get out. You meet her going to the land of the morning light. You go to the land of the morning light. And then suddenly a guy fucking falls over dead. You walk away because you don't care, and now you're wanted by the fucking law. And to prove you're innocent, instead of, you know, finding evidence to prove otherwise, no. You go all over the land of the morning light. Well, all over this specific island of the land of the morning light, because you're only allowed in the eastern half of this island and nowhere else in the land of the morning light. By the way, the land of the morning light's capital is literally the same exact city as the capital of South Korea. Isn't that fun? It's literally Korea. Anyway, after you go around to all the different little provinces and solve all their issues and deal with all of the issues around the entire map, just to go back and fight the fucker who's trying to kill you and arrest you because he's actually a big-ass demon bird that wants to eat your soul. Just for spoiler alert, after you beat him, his soul gets stolen in the orb and used to go cure the king by the princess, who's turned evil, just looking for a way to cure her deathly sick fucking brother, who's the king, who's like 50 years older than the last time she saw him. It's completely fucking stupid. The old man that almost kills you immediately out the gate is literally the demon bird, which you can handle instantly. It's not like he's Hadum. Hadum is the only thing that could, in fact, kill you in lore. Why? Because Hadum isn't of your fucking universe. Hadum is an evil god of another universe that is, like, on a fucking impact course with yours. It's really weird, but basically the story from Adlita that you get at the end of doing the Odraxia questline is your goal with you, Adlita, Camisylvia, and the secret guard by your fucking self. You're not including any of the other countries in the fucking world. No. Why include Valencia or Calpheon? Or Balanos, or Land of the Morning Light, or Elysian, or Duvenkroon, or Sardinia? Why include them in the plan to save the fucking world? Instead, you get to deal with one country that was in the middle of a civil war. Both sides are now helping you, along with the secret guards who are, like, there to protect the world, and that's basically their entire job. Anyway, yeah. So, basically, they're gonna throw you into Hadum's universe to go fucking kill him, to make his universe stop fucking wanting to crash into yours. And that's like the entire plan. Because if his universe crashes into yours, everything in your universe dies. But somehow Hadum is fine. I don't understand how Hadum would be fine. If it can kill literal gods in your universe, why would Hadum be fucking safe? Fuck me. The sheer level of stupid on the fucking Black Desert storyline is so fucking mind-boggling. There have been stupider stories, but Black Desert Online kind of takes the cake for stupid. What else? What? Here, let's tell you the story of Valencia. The story of Valencia goes as the King of Madaya basically says that, like, you should go to Valencia. Why? I don't remember why. I'm gonna have to replay the story for the fucking 20th time. So, you decide to go there. You stop by a military camp as soon as you fucking go enter into Valencian territory. And they're like, hey, can you go see what the fuck happened to these traders that we lost contact with like fucking 5 minutes ago? So you go see one of their elephants is dead. You talk to them, you find out what happened. You then get told to go to another place to help them with their shit. And then that place tells you to go to another place. And then that place tells you to go to another place. And after you go to that place, you then get told to go all the way across the fucking Valencian map and talk to someone else. Which then he tells you, oh, go kill some bandits over there. And then after you kill the bandits, you get told, go talk to, not kill, talk to the bandits' leader. And after that, you then get sent to the desert. And you follow a camel. A man riding a camel into the middle of the desert to an oasis. And in the oasis, they send you to Valencia. Why? Who the fuck knows? By the way, when you're in the desert or on the ocean, you lose access to your map in Black Desert Online. You no longer know what direction you're facing. You know what direction you're facing when you're in the oasis. But you no longer know where you are or anything. You've lost access to it without a compass. Anyway, once you get to Valencia, you do some other bullshit, and you end up talking with the king, the prince's fucking side bitch, and some other people. And after that, you then start Valencia 2. In Valencia 2, you talk to a grave robber and steal a fucking national treasure from the king to give to the grave robber to earn his trust. And you keep stealing from everyone in the fucking city, making them all hate you for this grave robber. And you go dig here, dig that, dig out in the middle of the desert like 5 fucking times. Go secretly fucking dig up a ancient mech down in the old castle ruins and fight and kill it. Bring it back and give it to the guy to win his trust. And then you get fucking fed up with it. Finally, after like 50 fucking stealing fetch quests, and you chase down one of the grave robbers, Afuaru? Whatever the fuck his name is. You chase down one of his companions into the middle of the desert, and then dig up another thing. And then you betray the grave robber by stealing his key off of him. A key to a singular chest that has everything that's been stolen in it. You go across the desert to Erahaza town, and you show the key. You don't use it, you show the key to the keeper. The storage keeper, the guy that keeps everyone's shit. And he just hands you the box full of stolen goods. Instantly. He's like, Afuaru fucking trusts you, here, have it. And you just take it to the fucking king. And in the middle of all of that, you learn that you are the descendant of an ancient king that can control every single fucking ancient mech. So why did we have to kill the fucking mech earlier? Right? Mechs are like a big fucking thing to fight after Valencia. You fight them in the ocean. You fight them in Camisylvia, which is after Valencia. You fight them in Adelita. The only place that I don't think you fight them is in Mountain of Eternal Winter and Land of the Morning Light. Anyway, after all that, you never use that power that you just discovered that you have. You never control the mechs. You never control the black spirits. You also learn that you can control all black spirits, because that's what the king was. The king was one who can control all black spirits, and black spirits are what controls the mechs. That's why you can control the mechs as well, right? These mechs that you can control in Black Desert online, they are mechs. Let's talk about Ator. Just Ator alone. A single Ator is like, I think he's like as big as the Empire State Building, just a humanoid mech as big as the Empire State Building, and he has enough power in a single one of them to completely wipe out an entire continent. Did I mention that there's thousands of Ator? Yeah, you have the power to fucking cease existence. It's so stupid. You learn that you're literally the single most powerful motherfucker in existence, and you never use it. You're powerful enough to kill gods, and you canonically kill gods. But you never use your actual power. Because I guess having a fucking being able to control 1,000 mechs that are the equivalent of like 1 billion Sarbambas each is kind of overkill. But like, it makes no sense to say that we have the power and then never let us use it. we're pitted against mechs so fucking often in the game that it makes no sense that you never ever use it. Anyway, enough of Black Desert. Black Desert is kind of fucked. It doesn't get much better for other games either. Like, the story in Sonic games makes no sense as well. The story in a lot of games makes no sense. It's just there to be there. That's one of the, like, things that I like doing with Call of Duty games. I would play their campaign through and, like, actually pay attention to it. And, like, it did not make sense all the time. I believe in Modern Warfare, when you get to the airport, everyone knows that fucking scene, and then you get fucking shot by the guy. It makes no sense how he knew who you were, and you had no tip-off whatsoever. And I don't think you ever learn how he knew who you were. Which is just a little bit fucked. And then in another Call of Duty game, I don't remember if it was an Activision or a Treyarch game. I don't actually remember. But in one of them, you have what was it? When you have to shoot your companion because he's got the bag over his head. I think that's Black Ops 2. Like, that makes sense as the ending of the story for Black Ops. And then they made Black Ops 3. And then they made Black Ops 4. It makes no sense. Anyway, I was only going to do a short stream today, basically hitting level 49 and doing a little bit of farming, because today's been very long and stressful. So it's been very, very annoying. Ba-da-da, ba-da-da, ba-da-da-da. Basically, once this breaks, which is literally now, 0 durability. We're going back to Levigar. Sorry, Levigar. Guardian Leviosa. Anyway, we're going back here, and I'm gonna end stream. Today's been very fucking long and stressful. Off stream, I'm gonna grind more hops, and hopefully by tomorrow I will have the shit for a new bow. I'm also going to off stream organize my ingredient pouch. Anyway, I'm done. I'm done bitching about other shit, and I'm done with the stream.